That bacon you just threw on the grill lost almost half its weight before you even flipped it, and you paid full price for the water that's now steaming off the grate. Under USDA Rule 9 CFR 319.107, bacon manufacturers can inject up to 10% added solution into pork bellies, and the package doesn't have to say a word about it. Water, salt, sodium phosphate, sodium nitrite. That's the standard formula. And if you've ever watched cheap bacon foam, white liquid in a hot cast iron skillet, instead of crisping up and turning golden brown, that's exactly what you're seeing. Injected brine and denatured protein leaving the meat. The word you want to look for on the ingredient label is sodium phosphate. That's the chemical additive the USDA permits, specifically to help meat retain injected water. If phosphate is on the list, the bacon was pumped. So I pulled the ingredient panels on over 15 brands you'd find at Walmart, Costco, Kroger, and your local grocery store. Oscar Mayer, naturally hardwood smoked. Sodium phosphate, Wright brand hickory thick cut, owned by Tyson. Sodium phosphate. Smithfield hometown original. Sodium phosphate. Great value hickory smoked from Walmart. Sodium phosphate. Kirkland signature from Costco. Sodium phosphate. And no, I'm not making that up. The wet cure recipe across all 5 of those brands is nearly identical. Water, salt, sugar, sodium phosphate, sodium erythorbate, sodium nitrite. The labels look like they were photocopied from the same template. The only real difference is the logo on the front of the package. But here's the detail that everyone missed at the time. Sodium phosphate isn't just a preservative. Its entire job is to trap water inside the meat fiber so the package weighs more at the store. You're not buying 16 ounces of pork. You're buying roughly 10 ounces of pork and 6 ounces of salt water, and nobody at the store is going to tell you that. Now, here's where the grill changes the math completely. When you cook wet-cured, phosphate-pumped bacon on a hot grill or in a skillet, that trapped water has to go somewhere. It steams off. The fat renders out. And what started as a 16-ounce package on the shelf of your grocery store ends up as roughly 8 ounces of cooked meat on the plate. That's a 50% loss. America's Test Kitchen confirmed the mechanism directly. Their testers noted that dry-cured bacons crisped more easily because there was less water to drive off first. Meanwhile, the cheap stuff is basically poaching in its own brine before it ever gets a chance to brown. So I ran the numbers on price per actual cooked ounce, because that's the only number that matters when you're standing in the bacon aisle. Great value thick cut at Walmart runs about $4.67 for 16 ounces. After cooking, you get roughly 8 ounces. That's 58 cents per cooked ounce. Coleman Natural. Uncured at Costco costs $13.69 for a 3-pack of 12-ounce packages. Sounds expensive, right? After cooking, you get roughly 23 ounces because it doesn't shrink nearly as much. That's also 58 cents per cooked ounce. Same price. Except Coleman is 5 ingredients. No phosphates, no synthetic nitrites. Raised on U.S. family farms under Purdue Farms. Crate-free and antibiotic-free. A direct comparison by Taste of Home found that Coleman rendered only 12 grams of liquid in the pan versus Kirkland's 31 grams from the same cook. That yield difference is real. And it flips the other direction too. Oscar Mayer. Naturally hardwood smoked at nearly $7 for 16 ounces looks mid-range on the shelf. After cooking, 87 cents per cooked ounce. You're paying a 50% premium over Coleman for a product with more additives and more water loss. That math doesn't work for anyone who's paying attention. If you're realizing the labels don't tell you anything useful, that's the same problem in the grill aisle. I built the Grill Buyer's Black Book to cut through it. Every major brand rated, the specs that actually matter, and the models worth your money at every price. Scan the QR code on screen or check the link in the description and pinned comment. If you're finding this useful, subscribe. I break down which products are actually worth your money every week. Your wallet will thank you. Now, Smithfield deserves its own conversation because the backstory here is wild. Smithfield Foods is the largest pork producer in the world, controlling roughly a quarter of all U.S. pork production with over 500 company farms. Since 2013, Smithfield has been owned by WH Group, a Chinese conglomerate formerly called Shuanghui International. That acquisition was $4.72 billion, largest Chinese purchase of an American company ever. The pigs are still raised in the US, I get it, but the profits flow to Beijing. And Smithfield filed for a NASDAQ listing in late 2024, while WH Group would keep majority ownership. Industry reporting from Tasting Table and Food Republic suggests Smithfield is also the probable co-packer behind Kirkland Signature Bacon at Costco, though Costco has never publicly confirmed that. Something to think about next time you're loading up the cart at the Costco meat cooler. One more thing worth knowing. Country of origin labeling for pork was repealed in 2015 under pressure from the World Trade Organization, so there's no legal requirement for any bacon brand to tell you where the pig was raised. The brands that do disclose sourcing voluntarily, those are the ones worth paying attention to. So here are the 3 I'd actually spend my own money on, and I don't say that lightly. Number 1. Coleman Natural. Uncured hickory smoked bacon at Costco. $13.69 for 3 12-ounce packs. 5 ingredients on the label: pork, water, brown sugar, sea salt, cultured celery powder. U.S. family farm pork. 58 cents per cooked ounce. At that price, you're paying budget bacon money for transparent, clean label sourcing. I personally think this is the most underrated bacon in any store in America right now. Number 2, Trader Joe's Uncured. Apple smoked bacon, about $6.99 for 12 ounces. 6 clean ingredients, no phosphates, notably thick cut with a strong meat-to-fat ratio. Available at every Trader Joe's nationwide, which makes it the easiest premium bacon in the country to find. 90 cents per cooked ounce, so it's more per bite than Coleman, but the quality is consistent and the forums back it up. Number 3, Pederson's Natural Farms. No sugar hickory smoked uncured, $7.49 for 10 ounces. At Whole Foods, H-E-B, and Sprouts. Pederson's publicly states their bellies are never dipped or injected with anything. No brine solutions, no liquid smoke, no curing solutions. That makes this the closest thing to a true dry cure you'll find in a regular grocery store. 7 ingredients on the label. Everything after pork and water at less than 2%. U.S. family farms in Texas, crate-free, Whole30 approved. The cooked yield on Pederson's is roughly 72%, which is the best in class among anything sitting on a grocery store shelf. The pattern underneath all of this is simple. The brands that charge you less on the shelf are often charging you more per actual bite of cooked bacon because you're subsidizing the water they legally injected before packaging. The 3 brands that get it right do it by doing less pumping, fewer additives, shorter ingredient lists, and the price difference per cooked ounce, once you do the math on a kitchen scale, basically disappears. Next time you're standing in the bacon aisle, flip the package over. If sodium phosphate is on that ingredient list, put it back. Your grill will thank you. YouTube thinks you'll like one of these next, so go ahead and tap. And if you made it to the end, hit subscribe.